Hello everyone, and if you just watched my last video that I did, it was about grief, um, and you should be able to go back and look at it. You should go back and view it if you want to hear one of the stories that I had, which was about trauma and grief. But I didn't want to just leave it off there, okay? I wanted to come back, and my goal is to help someone along the way, okay? So quickly, I'm just going to mention a couple things that helped me to get through some really, really tough times. Not saying that it ever goes away, but these are some things that help me, okay? I'm reading from my notes. First of all, prayer, okay? Pray. Just pray all the time. Tell God what you need, okay? When you're going through a period of grief, no one can measure your amount of grief from their amount of grief, and people grieve different ways, okay? So prayer, number one. Stay in the Bible. Pray. Ask for prayer over you. The next thing I would say is read books. Sometimes grief needs a distraction. Okay, this is something I've learned, is that I had to distract my mind from going back to that place. You know what I'm saying? And in that same frame of mind, join a book club. It won't hurt anything. Join a book club, because it'll get you out socially, and then you'll also be reading and have something that you look forward to. Crying is clearing to your spirit, to your body. But cry, but then let go. Okay, let go after you cry. Okay, because sometimes you have to cry. I'm not saying stay in that space, because if you already have a medical condition or something, you don't want to stay in a space of crying, because that just makes things worse. So what you want to do is cry it out, get it over with, and then the next thing I would suggest is deep breathing. Okay, just the deep breath in and a nice slow exhale out. I didn't do it properly then, because I'm trying to get through this list for you. But deep cleansing breaths, take walks to clear your mind. Be out in nature. Be outside in nature. Just feeling that air in your lungs, that fresh air in your lungs, you'd be surprised what it can do for you. And when you do come back home, then you feel more relaxed, because first of all, you've got some aerobic exercise, and you've got a chance to just clear your mind being out in nature. In conjunction with that, and when I say being outside in nature, I don't mean you have to go to the woods or anything like that. Just walk around the block, walk in your neighborhood or whatever it is. Just go somewhere where you clear your mind, just to clear your mind. All right. And in that same context, I would say another good idea: adopt a pet. Because if you adopt a pet, that'll keep you busy also, and keep your mind off of things. And also, the pet can go with you on those walks, so it's good for the both of you. Crossword puzzles. I love crossword puzzles. These simple in these, okay? And I know a lot of people say, oh, these are old-fashioned and stuff. These are the ones I watched my grandmother work for years, and I've learned a love for it, because it keeps your mind sharp. It's sharp. It keeps your mind moving, an activity with your mind. And they also have crosswords that are automated, online, and you can fill it in on your iPad, or whatever like that, so you also have that option. Sudoku, same thing. puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, anything to keep your mind occupied. Okay. Um, Visit a coffee shop and order a cup of coffee and just sit there and either read a book while you're having coffee and just relax, sit back, relax, and just enjoy your coffee and your book. And there's no time frame on it. It depends on what time you have. Also, this is a good time sitting in a coffee shop, drinking your coffee or your tea. Listen to an audiobook. Put it in your ear. Listen to an audiobook. It takes you away from, thinking too much. Okay. The next one I would mention is phone a friend. See how they're doing. See how life is treating them. Sometimes you'd be surprised. It's very distracting to hear, other people and what they're going through, to hear what's going on with them. It's like, oh, really? Oh, it takes you away from what's going on with you, And so to me, that's a nice distraction also. Involve yourself in something to help others, like volunteering, fundraising, reading to elders. One of the truest joys in life is to help someone else. It's almost like gift giving. It's like, it's nice to receive gifts. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to receive gifts now. Okay. But it's wonderful to give a gift and it be well received. Not only well received, just knowing that you gave the gift, it's a good thing. Look at movies. I did that a lot. Look at movies. Nothing sad or, anything like that. But good movies, action-packed, mystery type movies. They keep your mind going. They keep your mind occupied. Binge watch something that you would like to look at. A binge watch a season of something. And then it might roll into another season, and then that's something to keep you, forward motion and keep your mind occupied and things like that. Drink tea. And I know it just seems just simple as that. Drink tea, drink water, okay? Because when you're going through grief, your body is going through somewhat of a trauma in its own way. So I've learned that when I drank a lot of water, that sort of like soothed me. It sort of soothed me a little bit. And also teas, herbal teas, of course, meditation. Just zone out, and, have some instructed meditation. They have free ones all over online. And you can do from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. I wouldn't go past that because, but then it depends on what you want, But yeah, meditation, yoga, you stretching your body, you're moving it, and you're feeling that stretch in the joints. And when you finish, you just feel so relaxing. And it brings you back to a calm, okay? That's what you want to obtain, is a calm. Therapy, talk therapy. Talk it out. Go see a counselor. Why not? People are afraid of stigmata, being, who cares? You're going through grief, okay? And if that would help you to verbalize this to someone, what you're feeling, how you're feeling, why not? Take advantage of that. Therapy is very good. I'm in therapy myself. And I've been in therapy since that, since, my mother and my sister's passing. And I'm not afraid or ashamed to say it, okay? It has helped me, and I think that it could help you, all right? Because sometimes, before I move on, sometimes your friends don't want to hear your trauma, They don't want the trauma dump. But these people who we call therapists, they get paid to hear basically your trauma, So why not utilize them? And maybe they can come up with some kind of things that you can also do. You know, if you have a really good therapist, sometimes they can give you more skills, to help you manage grief. Journal, 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 journal. If someone offers you a shoulder to cry on, take it. Do not turn down help at this time during grief. You need all the help you can get. And don't feel bad about it either. Okay? Eat clean as you can. During this time, it's just not a good time to just, ransack our bodies with bad food. Eat as clean as you can. If you can, eat clean. And last of all, I'll say, every once in a while, have yourself a nice glass of wine. Mostly, I would say, that was the end of my list, by the way, but mostly I would say utilize some of these things that I've given you here. I think that a combination of quite a few of them would help you. All right. Take care.